It's February frenzy for high school basketball. I'm Rich Crampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com. We're here at Brookdale Community College for the Shore Conference Boys Quarterfinals. Sit back and enjoy four great quarterfinal matchups. Let's get started with the number 2 seed, CBA, who had a tussle with the Lakewood Piners. 7th-seeded Lakewood has played a tough schedule and would not be intimidated by the 2nd-seed CBA. The Piners had a 1-point lead in the second before the Colts closed strong. Pat Andre was contained in the first, but the Lehigh commit gets going. This three-pointer puts CBA in front. Then another senior, Jack Boyan. Back-to-back three-pointers put CBA in front, 28-23. Lakewood got balanced scoring, including Zaire Jones with a nice stride here. We've got a 30-25 game, but the Colts get 4 points in the final 36 seconds. Sam Houston follows off the miss. Then Lakewood doesn't hold for the final shot. That allows CBA to get one more possession, and Nick Mugavero makes it count. Mugavero beats the buzzer. At the half, CBA with a 34-25 lead. Third quarter, Jack McGuire with 2 of his 10 points. The Colts have a double-digit lead, but give credit to Lakewood. They make a run early in the fourth. Amir Tyler to Sean Barksdale. The Piners within 2 at 50-48. But Pat Andre answers right back. The pretty reverse. Count the basket and the foul. CBA gets a little breathing room. And then a huge play here. Amir Tyler, the steal. He goes in for the slam, but misses. Up the other end, Houston with the nice ball fake. He had 16 points. That's a 4-point swing. CBA up 6. Andre delivers the knockout punch with this three-pointer. 25 points and 8 rebounds for Pat Andre. 63-52 is your final. CBA is in the Shore Conference semifinals. After the game, Andre happy to see his team play smart basketball against a talented Lakewood squad.
Coach said at the beginning of the game, it's a game about execution. If we came out and we executed, we should have been good, and we were. But credit to them. They're a tough group, and I have the most respect for all those guys.
It really all comes off of Pat. I mean, he's the one who scores the most, but when they all go for Pat McGuire, especially when they double, it opens up a lot of wide open shots and putbacks for me and Nick and Jack and everyone else.
Thanks to Manasquan Bank for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Manasquan High School.
Our Manasquan Bank game of the week, an instant classic. Rumson-Fair and Manasquan meeting for the 3rd time this year. They split in the regular season. RFH, the defending Shore Conference champ, looking good early. Michael O'Connor, the steal, up ahead to Brendan Barry for the lay-in. Barry and Jack Sheehan put on a dazzling display at Brookdale. Here's Sheehan from 3. It's 14-13 Warriors after 1. The Bulldogs rely on the 3-ball late in the first half. Brendan Barry's triple breaks a 19-19 tie. Then Tyler Pearson in the closing seconds. At the half, Rumson-Fair with a 25-22 advantage. In the third quarter, we saw the big men shine. Elijah McAllister, 10 boards, 10 blocks to go along with 7 points. On the other end, Ryan Jensen had 4 swats of his own to go with 20 points and 27 rebounds. Man, those are big numbers. In crunch time, Barry and Jack Sheehan were sensational. Here's B with the scoop to make it 44-42 RFH. But Sheehan always had an answer. This, a nice drive to tie the game at 44 at the 4-minute mark. 2:07 to go now in the fourth quarter. It's Brendan Barry using the glass, count the basket and the foul. After he makes the free throw, 48-45 Bulldogs. Down 5, Manasquan's running out of time, but Jack Sheehan comes up with the hoop and the foul. 50-48 with 22 seconds to go. And the clutch play continues for Jack Sheehan. 7 seconds later, another three-point play. Following the free throw, we're tied up at 51, 9.8 seconds remaining. So now RFH is going to go for the win. Barry gets fouled near half court. He goes 2 for 2 from the line, 6 seconds to go. It's now Manasquan looking for a 2 to tie, 3 to win. Ryan Jensen streaking to the hoop. He picks up a foul with 2 seconds left. So much pressure, needing to make both free throws, and Ryan Jensen delivers. Barry and Jensen hit free throws in the final seconds. We're tied at 53. We're going to overtime. In OT, it gets wild. RFH up 61-60, under 10 seconds to go. Teddy Sorless was looking to pick up a foul, but his footsteps on the line, that's a turnover. Manasquan gets the ball with 6.2 seconds to go and a chance to win the game in OT. Off the inbounds, the Warriors get it to Ryan Jensen. His shot is off. Great defense by Rumson. They've got the ball, but RFH calls a timeout. Only problem, they were out of TOs, and that means it's a technical foul. All of a sudden, Manasquan goes to the free throw line, down one with 1.4 seconds to go. It's Jack Sheehan under the heat lamp now. The first free throw is pure. We're tied at 61. And now, Jack Sheehan for the win. Ooh, off the front rim. Manasquan still gets another shot at this, though. They get the ball after the technical. Sheehan only has a second to get it up. It's off. Double overtime. We're tied at 61. In double OT. It looked like the Warriors were ready to pull away. This is Kyle Coyne with the great follow off the miss. Manasquan goes up 69-62 with under 3 minutes to go. But RFH shows some serious guts. Barry, the hoop and the foul, they begin to chip away at that lead. Huge play here. Teddy Sorless dials in from way downtown. The lead's down to 4. A turnover would get 2 more free throws, so it's a 71-69 game. Under a minute to go in double OT. Barry, this kid never came off the court, and this is money. Tied up at 71. Under 30 seconds to go. Manasquan looking for the win, but Michael O'Connor steps in and makes the steal. He goes all the way in for the lay-in. What a comeback by Rumson-Fair. The Bulldogs up 73-71 with 10 seconds to go. The Dog Pound is loving it, but not for long. That's because Jack Sheehan wasn't ready for this game to be over. Just inside the three-point line, Sheehan with a dagger. Man, Barry's half-court attempt is off. How about triple overtime at Brookdale, tied up at 73. In the final minute of triple OT, Brian Paterzo, an unlikely hero, comes up with the biggest shot of his career. The up and under, it's 79-77 Manasquan. And now Barry has the ball in the final seconds. He's looking for the win from three-point range, but the shot is off. Manasquan hauls down the rebound. It eventually gets back to Paterzo with 2.2 seconds left. He goes 1 of 2 from the line, and that seals the deal for Manasquan. 80-77 in triple overtime. A tremendous game that will be talked about for many years to come. Jack Sheehan leads the Warriors with 35 points. Brendan Barry with 36 in a losing effort. Manasquan is through to the semifinals as the Warriors win it in a triple overtime thriller.
I've never played in a game like that, but as a team, we just knew we weren't going to lose the game. There was no way that we were going to lose it, and we just stuck together. Even when we were down a bunch in the second half, we stuck together and grinded it out.
I mean, it was ecstatic. I mean, I missed a couple foul shots, which I was rattled about that, but then I just came through at the end, and I was just super pumped.
You know, I thought for the stage it was on, that was a great high school game. I thought it was hotly contested. I wouldn't say it was well played both ways, but it's a tough game, especially with the familiarity that that the two teams have. That was a great game. I don't think anybody's going to leave and feel like they didn't get their money's worth.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Ranney Panthers is sponsored by I'm Possible Training.
Scotty Lewis and Ranney have just 2 losses, both against Mater Dei Prep. The Seraphs matching up with the Panthers once again, this time in the Shore Conference quarters. Naquan McCombs, a nice feed to Brian Harris, who lays it in. 11-6 Seraphs in the first. Then Elijah Barnes knocks down the mid-range jumper. The junior has been one of the Shore's top big men, and he shows it on the other end of the floor. Barnes with the block at the end of one. Mater Dei with a 13-6 lead. McCombs had a great game both offensively and defensively. The 3-ball here, the lead is 10 for Mater Dei, 18-8. Scotty Lewis, just a freshman, showing off that athletic ability. This is a monster block shot, but Mater Dei was in control. Here's Barnes working the glass. Count the basket and the foul. Mater Dei with a 22-12 lead at the half. Third quarter, Ranney shows some life. The future is so bright for these Panthers. Chris Altino, one of the 4 freshman starters, gets a great basket here. And then how about Alex Klatsky knocking down the 3? A good third quarter for Ranney. It's 32-26. Early in the fourth, Ranney gets the lead down to 5 as Scotty Lewis gets the steal. The crowd erupts with this thunderous jam, but the Panthers never get any closer than 45-40. This night, Quan McCombs might be the most underrated player on the Shore. He's a great floor general. Here he pays the price with the hoop and the foul. Nike had a dozen. Elijah Barnes added 13. Mater Dei wins round 3 against Ranney, 47-39. The Seraphs are on a 19-game win streak. And after the game, Barnes talked about the difficulty of beating a talented team 3 times in a season.
Well, they stayed man a lot longer than we thought they would, it was a little tough, but I think our matchups worked out better for us than theirs on us. So just moving the ball around, get open looks for our teammates, and just playing as a team. Nobody's being selfish.
The nightcap of the Shore Conference quarter saw number 4 seed Toms River North looking for a return to their hometown in the semifinals on Tuesday night. It looked like number 12 Long Branch was overmatched. Darian Carrington with the feed to Jaden Roden. He led the way with 15. It's 20-5 Toms River North in the second, and the Mariners got a big spark from Hunter Petrick. Here, the nice baseline drive for 2, and then Petrick one more time on a nice drive. He had 9 points in the first half, 13 for the game. Pat Marinaccio with the hoop and the foul to close out a dominant first half. Toms River North in complete control of 28-15, but these young Long Branch kids came out on fire in the third. TJ Foscue, only a sophomore, makes it 31-27. How about another sophomore? Tyree Morris, that's drainage from 3. And Long Branch has even more young talent. The freshman, Mark Dennis. Count the basket and the foul. Once down 17, the Green Wave take a 37-36 lead after 3. In the fourth, Long Branch looking for that upset. Here's a long pass ahead to Anthony Velasquez. The senior had all 15 of his points in the second half, 43-40 Long Branch. Jaquan Presley gives the Green Wave a 45-41 advantage on the lay-in, but then Toms River North takes over this basketball game. The Mariners abandon the outside shot and go to the paint and get to the free throw line, and that's exactly what they did. After a Darian Carrington basket made it 45-43, get this, Toms River North made 15 free throws in the fourth quarter. They shot 68% from the charity stripe in the final 4 minutes, and that helped avoid the upset. 58-52 is your final. The Mariners take on top seed Mater Dei on Tuesday night at Pine Belt Arena, and after the game, Toms River North happy to avoid that upset and stay alive in the Shore Conference tournament.
It was really hurtful because we were up a lot by 13, and for them to come back, it really just hurt. It was hurtful because I felt like we were going to lose because they were on a roll and we weren't hitting any shots. We weren't doing anything good. But then we just calmed down and we just kept attacking the basket and kept, because most of their kids were in foul trouble, so we just kept going to the basket and found their kids out and hitting free throws.
Our coach always instills upon us that we have to really practice our free throws in practice, and when we don't have practice, we have to practice our free throws, and it came really handy this game today.
Our postseason coverage continues here on ShoreSportsZone.com. We'll have the semifinals, girls on Monday, boys on Tuesday in Toms River. The finals are coming up on Saturday at Monmouth University. And don't forget about hockey. We'll be with all of our Shore Conference teams on the road to the Prudential Center and the state championships. For our team at Shore Sports Zone, I'm Rich Crampanis. Thanks so much for logging on, and we'll see you this week with more playoff basketball right here on ShoreSportsZone.com.